Greetings metalheads, George here from No Nonsense Metal Reviews, back once again with another Bands You Need to Hear recommendation. Another band, if you're not familiar with this one, I strongly advise you get yourself acquainted. So today's band you need to hear is solidly a black metal band. There's no denying that. They are a fantastic band as well, although only have 3 full-length albums, released 1997, 2000 and 2002. However, this band has actually been around for many, many years. They were formed, I believe, in the late 1980s into early 90s. Didn't release their debut until 1997. Did actually split up in 2003, and then recently, 2024 in fact, got back together and they're back active on the live circuit. Hailing from the Netherlands, Unlord. This most certainly is a band you need to hear. I haven't been talking about too many black metal albums and bands here on the channel recently, but this is a black metal band when I'm feeling in the mood for something not necessarily just frosty and cult and true, but something that's got serious aggression to it, fast, heavy, intense, but can also kind of diversify and be quite epic, quite grand in their sound. And Unlord, they are exactly that. They managed to meld the very aggressive black metal elements with the more, should we say, atmospheric and ambient side of things. So we've got 3 albums, and they are all absolutely fantastic. These are albums I'm regularly reaching for. As I say, when I feel like I need some black metal, Unlord is a band that I come back to a lot. So this is actually the debut album, released in 1997, as I say. Probably going to mispronounce, but Schwarzwald, not quite sure. Amazing cover though. Hopefully you can appreciate that brilliance, the Baphomet there, the awesome color scheme, and actually Unlord's logo, awesome as well. This debut is a very aggressive affair. This is very intense black metal, proper like blasting your face off stuff. They at this stage sound quite similar, shall we say? Not saying that Unlord were emulating or trying to rip anyone off, but it has a strong kind of Marduk, Dark Funeral, that kind of intense black metal vibe to it. Whereas on the follow-up albums, they kind of diversify and step outside of that a little bit more. This album is very intense, just like bands like Marduk and Dark Funeral. So a very solid album, packed with very, very good tracks. Particularly brilliant numbers include, love the opening kind of succession of Inferno Bizarre into Uprising Hordes. Seriously intense way to kick off an album. We've got blast beats galore. We've got riffs that just cut like a saw. We've got harsh, shrieking black metal banshee vocals. Awesome stuff. Rivers of Fire and Blood absolutely just pummels you. The title track is an absolute standout. That's quite a grand sounding, quite a majestic black metal track. Schwarzwald, if that's how it's pronounced. Monarchy Dies is killer. There is actually a couple of interesting tracks on this album. I think it's Heroism and Blackbird on side 2. Almost have a bit of an industrial kind of black metal vibe to them. Does make me think of the mighty Mysticum, in fact. So these cool vinyl versions, these are Hell's Headbangers vinyls. Actually, I want to show this off because this is freaking cool. Check out that kind of clear and orangey splatter. That's awesome. It really does look the part. Especially when you hold it up to the light. Very, very eye-catching. But this is an absolutely blistering debut. As I say, if you're into your Marduk, you're into Dark Funeral, then this is absolutely an album you need to check out. brilliant tracks all the way throughout the album, including Messiah Noir is a brilliant one, Thunder Builder, Summoned Be Thy Flesh is a pretty epic sounding closing track there. So the debut, full of hate and evil. It's a freaking evil album. Absolute blinder. The follow-up was released in 2000, and this is entitled Gladiator. Again, all of these are Hell's Headbangers vinyls. I believe you can still get them quite readily, and they are certainly worth picking up if you can. This one, again, very intense, very heavy album. Think of all the good black metal features, your shrieking, evil vocals, your blistering, caustic riffs, blast beats galore, you know, that rumbling bass as well, but really intense. This is like a precision black metal attack. Into the Gates is the intro before you are absolutely just annihilated by Hell's Gates Are Opened, which is just fantastic. Again, great cover here. Swallow All Pride, Killer, Victory, Evil Spawn is a standout. It's absolutely diabolical. Blood Grief, Slave's End, Impaled Liar, another standout. Hellbender, that is a great number, and actually that has a strong kind of blackened speed, blackened thrash vibe, the likes that we would expect from bands like Desaster or the brilliant Hell Ripper. So if you dig that, there are some moments for you on this album as well. Crushed Till Death is just evil, and Hymn of the Gladiator as well. Epic closer there to show off this awesome vinyl as well as our cool insert. There aren't too many other kind of black metal bands I can think of from the Netherlands, so I think Unlord is certainly one of the Netherlands' best black metal exports. But this album, as I mentioned, things start to diversify a little bit, and there is a bit of a kind of Emperor feel to it at times, and dare I say it, certainly more on the follow-up here, I'm getting some Dimmu Borgir vibes, which in my opinion is absolutely no bad thing. Freaking love Dimmu Borgir. So Gladiator, another absolute blinder, stunning album. I think possibly my favourite, although all three are absolutely fantastic, is the final album, which was released in 2002, in fact. This is Lord of Beneath. I love that cover. That's just amazing. Evil. Perfectly represents the music contained within. This album, although it packs the aggression of the first two albums, it does have that kind of grand, epic, symphonic element here at times. We do get the kind of the synths, hence the Dimmu Borgir or Emperor vibe there. But Into the Dark Ages is a great intro. Condemned to the Throne of Azrael is absolutely blinding. That is a freaking evil black metal. Assault, Force of the Serpent is amazing. Again, actually, there are times throughout Gladiator and this album where there are little kind of mysticum vibes there as well. But I think that's not really surprising. They're a hugely influential band. Horseman Out of the Cold is stunning. That's a bit of a highlight from this album. It's absolutely furious. I mean, just black metal bombast. Angel of Fire is a stunning track. The title track, Lord of Beneath, is amazing. Got some fantastic musicianships. And actually, something I haven't pointed out in depth really is just the solid musicianship here. There's nothing kind of sloppy about it. Although black metal, certainly in the 90s, as we know, or, you know, even into the 2000s, production could be deliberately a bit kind of bad to add to the atmosphere, to add to the atmospherics there. These albums are good sounding. They are well produced, good musicianship as well. Nothing poor here. Great vocals as well. The Plague is killer. Midnight in Hell, Bloodshed, Hail Satanus, Torch the Bastards, Bring Out the Dead. All absolutely fantastic tracks. And again, let's show this one off. This is a lovely blue. That's a gorgeous sort of electric blue. Absolutely fantastic. So only 3 albums. The last of which was, what, 24 years ago. So they've got a few brilliant albums, but nothing that is particularly recent. But they are all absolutely well worth checking out if you're a fan of any of those mentioned bands: Marduk, Dark Funeral, Dimmu, Borgir, Emperor. You're going to find something in Unlord's catalogue that you will definitely enjoy. Solid vocals, really solid, in fact. Almost a bit kind of a bath at times, getting that, or Demonaz, getting that kind of Immortal vibe. And again, Immortal, if you dig them, you're certainly going to enjoy Unlord. 3 excellent albums. I would not even bother trying to rank these albums, because although there is diversity, there's certainly a lot of consistency, and I think they are all of a brilliant quality. There's nothing particularly lacking here. So if you're looking for some raw, evil, really freaking evil black metal from the Netherlands, then you are certainly going to be in luck with Unlord. Debut, Schwarzwald, absolutely amazing. Gladiator, fantastic follow-up, very heavy album. And Lord of Beneath, a masterpiece. Strong atmosphere in that album. So, my friends, are you already familiar with Unlord? If so, what are your favourite moments? What are your favourite tracks, favourite album? Let me know, interested to hear. If you're not familiar with Unlord, go check them out. You will not regret it. Probably. So, and let me know what you think. So do get involved on this one, of course. Thank you very much for watching this humble bands you need to hear review. Of course, Unlord really are a band you need to hear. But feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Support is greatly appreciated. As always, until next time, my friends, listen to Unlord, stay unholy, and stay freaking heavy.